Hello and welcome to A1R Psychic Radio and Moonstruck TV. This is I always like to do a little bit of a spiritual talk before we start, and and then we're going to have a couple of readers, so callers. So get my words right. Get a couple of callers. They're going to come in, and I'm going to do the reading, not them. They don't want to give me a reading. So, what I was thinking about today was, you know how sometimes when people write or things, or they say things, and it becomes a sort of like a terminology, and I'm thinking particularly about love and light, and I hear this all the time: love and light, love and light to you, and and I think it sort of becomes sort of quite a I don't know whether it's the same in your country, but it is in the UK. And so I thought I would just discuss this a little bit, and sort of tell you what my thoughts are about love and light. And so what my thoughts are is, I think that when you look at every single world religion that's in our world, they all talk about love, and love is the core to happiness. But it's not about just receiving love; it's about giving love. Because I think giving love, like when it's Christmas time and you give somebody a present and they're really happy to receive it, it sort of makes you happy. So it's like sort of giving love is just as good as receiving it as well. And I think, when I think about the light, I think it's about who we are as people. If we're kind, and if we're good, and if we're happy, then and always think about others, then we're sort of, we're really sort of being in the light. And I think that's sort of quite just a sort of brief description of love and light. And I thought, let's just discuss this for a little bit. And it'd be interesting to know what your views are about it. Perhaps you could sort of, if you are listening, put it in the comments and let me know what you think. But anyway, I know we have a caller waiting, and I'd like to go to Brandy in Houston. Hello, Brandy, are you there?
Yes, I am.
Oh, hello, and welcome to the show. And how are you?
I'm fine.
Good, fantastic. Now, I am a medium, and what that means is I'm able to either connect to a loved one in heaven or the spirit world, whatever your terminology is, that somebody that's passed over, or I can go to my guides and look to give you some guidance. Is there a particular way that you would like me to work, and where would you like me to focus?
Pregnancy.
And is this for yourself? Whether
Yes,
you're
because
going
I
to
haven't tried.
right, okay. Right. So what I'm going to do before I even connect to my guide, I'm going to put in this caveat that health matters are something that is difficult, and I don't, and I want, and I need to sort of put in this sort of disclaimer that these things are for sort of entertainment purposes only. Whilst I don't feel that, it's just sort of protecting me, because I'm sure you understand.
Yes.
Anyway, so I'm going to go to my guide and see what he says, and he's just standing by the side of me. His name is Arthur, so that you can know who I'm talking to. And he's saying to me that first and foremost, he's saying to me, like, before he's even getting into the pregnancy bit, he's saying to me that he feels that you have a lovely disposition, and he says that you're always looking to sort of be kind and helpful to people around you in your life, and I also feel like there are either young children or babies around you in your life. Would that make sense to you?
Yes, it does.
Yeah, and he's saying to me that this your kindness is has not gone unnoticed, because he says that God is completely aware of what you do for other people and how kind you are, and and he's saying to me that he's also aware that you are hoping and praying, because I feel you pray. Do you pray, Randy?
Yes, I do.
Because he's telling me you pray, and he's telling me that you pray. You've been praying hard to have a baby, and so I'm just asking him what is going to be the outcome of all of this.
Yes, I
Um,
have been praying, and my cycle is late.
right, because he's saying to me that um, when we pray hard, that it is not unusual to have our prayers answered. And he says that if this is something that is right for our life and right for the path that we're on, then God will always answer our prayers. And he's saying to me that there is no reason that has been given to him, with regards to your life path, as to why you should not have a child, or get pregnant in your life. And he's saying that God wishes to answer your prayers and give you the answer, that you have been waiting for. And he's also telling me that you have been also thinking about names. Is that correct,
Yes,
Randy? It's almost like if it's a boy, you'll call him this, and if it's a girl, you know all those details. Um, and I'm being drawn to a boy, and I'm being drawn to a boy because I'm being shown blue, um, um, and they generally show me a blue or a pink if it's a girl or a boy, and Arthur is saying to me that you will have a boy, and this is going to be, um, and he's calling it a child of God, and a child that will um, go on to make you exceptionally proud, because I feel that this child that you're about to have is a child that is going to make a difference in the world and do some quite spectacular things, and I just and he's saying, and I can see I can see, like, he is going to be standing um, on a stage talking to many people, and I can see you in the audience, full of pride and full of love for your son. He is going to be an incredible individual, and um, quite remarkable. I don't know what exactly he's going to be doing or what he's going to be talking about on this stage, but I know. Um, I feel that it's going to be spiritual matters. He's going to be quite wise, with regards to, and I'm hearing the word prophetic, because I feel that he's going to be quite wise to spiritual matters. Um, is religion around you, Randy? You know, in your life,
yes,
because I get this very strongly, that you are going to be a strong influence to your son, with regards to the religion, and I just get this, and I'm also being told that he will go on to make a difference to many people's lives and touch many people's lives and touch them in their hearts. um, Listen, I don't say that to everyone, I can assure you. So this is not my standard words to people, but he's going to be quite remarkable, and I also feel that he's going to be somebody that's very sort of kind and loving as well, because I feel that there's going to be many people around you in your life that will just love him, like he's going to be completely adorable. He very, very loved person. And he's one of the things that I'm really sensing about him is how thought provoking he's going to be in his religious speaking, because he is going to be bringing forward a lot of wisdom that is needed in our world. How does that sound, Brandy?
Yes, ma'am. Do this. They know when will I can see it? Because I think I'm pregnant now because I missed my cycle and I have been having morning sickness.
Well, I'm being told it's imminent. It's. I'm being told what the words that I'm being told is God has answered your prayer. That's the words that have just come through, and so if it's not if it's not this month, I just feel like it's going to be, and I feel like I can see that, like I'm being shown that there is a soul waiting to come in, to live this life, and you are. It's almost like you're a chosen mother to this child. This child is going to be very special, because of the work that he will be doing. And he's one of many that will be doing a lot of work. Now, if you are interested in contacting me, I'm on Facebook and I'm on YouTube and I'm on Instagram, and my name is Gail Moffat. I hope that helps, and thank you so much for calling in.
Thank you so much.
Oh, my pleasure. It's been lovely to talk to you, and good luck. And write to us and let us know how it all goes and what happens.
I sure will.
Yeah, because I'd love to know. All right.
Okay, I sure will.
Okay, thank you very much, Brandy. Right. So I believe we have another caller waiting. But before I go to the caller, I just want to say how it's really sort of quite interesting how when I chose the sort of the concept of love and light, and then Brandy called in about her future son, that there's going to come into her life, and how loving and full of light he's going to be. It's almost as though they, the spirit choose the way I speak and the words that I use, that I find sort of quite fascinating. So when I the other thing I was going to say before I go to the next caller is that, if if anybody is interested in communicating with me or speaking to me, my name is Gail Moffat, and you can find me on Facebook. So let's go to the next caller. We have Raven in Philpott, Kentucky. Are you there, Raven?
Yes, I am.
Hello and welcome to the show. How are you today?
I'm pretty good.
Good. So I am a medium, and I am able to connect to loved ones that have passed, or I can connect to my guide who can help with some guidance for you. Is there anywhere that you would like me to particularly focus on?
Yes, I would like to maybe see if you can connect me with my mother.
Mother, okay. Let's see. It generally doesn't fail me, but sometimes somebody will jump up in front. So, and I don't know why I'm saying that. So that is a possibility. Um, right. Yeah. I knew that was going to happen. I just felt it. So I feel that I have. Would I be right in saying that your grandfather, your mother's father, I feel this is your mother's father. Not sure yet, but your grandfather is in spirit, because I feel that this is a grandfather that is pained by his actions, and how he treated you, because he makes me feel like he has like I feel like he wants to apologize to you. Would that make sense to you? And if it's not a grandfather, pardon?
I haven't. I have. Well, both my grandfathers are gone. I mean, I've never really had a relationship with my mother's father, but I mean,
Okay.
it possibly could be my grandfather that was her stepdad. I mean, she didn't get along with him very well. I didn't know that until later, but
Right, okay, because I know it's somebody who also didn't get on with your mother as well. So you this could be your step grandfather.
that's
Okay,
sure. Yeah, that would be my grandpa. That's the only one
yeah,
I ever knew, and he wasn't a
yeah.
bad person to me per se, but
Yeah, I just because I felt very strongly that it was linked to your mum, and I feel like he feels the a big need to apologise to you because indirectly I get the feeling that it did have some sort of impact on you, whether it was that you didn't get to see him or what, I don't know, but I just get that feeling that his actions has impacted you in some way. Would that make sense to you?
yes, ma'am. I mean, he's my grandpa. I mean, he was when he was leaving, when he was dying. I didn't get. He was calling out for me, and I really didn't have. I didn't have much time to get there before he left. But I mean, I got there right before, and he was saying something along the lines when he was leaving, like that he was sorry. I didn't understand. I told him he was fine. You know.
Yeah. Okay. Because what he's saying to me is that uh, he's making me feel as though um, he he caused like I feel like he caused emotional problems somewhere in the family, and I really feel strongly towards your mum, and I
Yes,
feel that your mum took a course of action in her life that that then had an impact on you, but it was as a result of him and the way that he was. And if he hadn't have been the way he was, your mother wouldn't have taken that course of action. Would that make sense to you?
exactly. Yes, because my mom, she wound up wound up marrying a lot of different people. You know, she wound up marrying a lot, trying to make sure that us kids were okay. Because when she
Yeah,
left out of
yeah,
granddad's, we didn't know that they had issues that they had because mom, she never told us until like later on in life that
yeah. And and
yeah,
and I feel like she was. I feel very strongly that she was searching out for love, and um, your grandfather is fully aware that his actions has impacted you, and I feel that he strongly wants to apologize to you, and he's telling me that he had to come in front of your mother to let you know because otherwise he wouldn't have had the opportunity. So I'm going to thank him and let him go because I know that your mother is waiting, we're getting close to the end of the show, and I just want to get her in before we lose track of
right.
time. Um, and she's coming through, and she's got tears rolling down her cheeks and tears in her eyes, and she says that um, she she's she she's very emotional because she feels that um, she feels guilty that she's not there for you at this time because she makes me feel like you're lost in the world and you because you haven't got her to protect you and be with you. Would that make sense to you?
Yes, ma'am. Very much. 'Cause she was like my only constant, but she was a single mom of four, and you know she
Yeah.
always tried. But I mean, yeah,
And she's saying to and she's so emotional about this because she feels that you particularly at this particular moment in time really need her, like she would have stepped up and like almost like she's quite your mum's quite a tough person. She's like rolls up her sleeves and gets on with it. And
Yes,
she's incredibly strong, and she's telling me that she's instilled this strength in you, and even though she's not there, physically, she's telling me that she's definitely there it's spiritually alongside you, because it's almost like it's like she needs to lift you up and give you strength, because you need strength at the moment. Would you understand that?
yes, ma'am, I do. I do.
Uh, and she's saying to me that she's gone to God and said, I can't leave her, I'm staying here, like I'm going to be with my daughter. And she's, what amuses me about your mum is she's quite a character, isn't she? She'll sort of like, she'll tell people, I feel like she's not that tall, and I feel like she'll be bossy to everyone around, and everybody will listen because of her strength.
Yes.
And I feel like she's gone to God and she said, look, I've got to be there for my daughter. And he said, be there. And he's given her the permission to be there. So she's saying to me, like, almost like, yippee, I'm going to be by your side for the duration of this situation, and I'm not going anywhere. And so what I want to say to you is, you may not be able to hear her voice or see her or whatever, but what you can do is you can talk knowing that she's there and knowing that she will hear. And then she can act accordingly to help you in one way or another. But she's also saying to me, my love has not gone away. I am still here to be very loving towards you. And she's describing you as the apple of her eye, like she's like you were everything to her, like nobody else lived up to her, like they didn't compare to. Oh, I'm getting my words muddled up. It's almost like people didn't compare to you in her love for them.